Hello there, Internet. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Hermit Gamers solo hardcore playthrough of X-Men Legends 2. We are going through with Nightcrawler and we've come up to the final act. I'm not really foreseeing any problems here. I think we have this one more or less in the bag. Pakistan is in the bag. But let's get in there. Let us get started.
Let the games begin.
And yes, it's nice to have this kind of. I'm speaking as if it is done. But it's kind of nice to have this one committed, as I say, because I do use Nightcrawler as a reference so much when I'm playing other characters or talking about them specifically in the early game, because I do think he is like a benchmark for how easy the early game can be. Not necessarily, he's not the best Pyro and Sunfire. But he's right behind them. But, I mean, actually, I'm kind of overstating it saying he's right behind them. But let me put it this way. The gap between those three and the next is way, way, way wider. Because, you know, like, the next best early game ability would be something like... maybe Toad's Hammer Kick? Or Juggernaut's Thunder Punch? Like, if we're talking about an actual level 1 ability, there are... Oh, Professor X's Cleave, actually, but, you know, he's a bonus character, so... To be honest, his Cleave is better than Nightcrawler's Divine Blades, but people really undersell Professor X in this game. That could be a good playthrough. I've seen him rated, like, criminally low on tier lists, and it's just like... The only thing wrong with him is that his ultimate stinks. I don't know why I just used that. Complete... I know... Brain no brain. And yeah, it's wild that I'm not even spec'd into Divine Blades and we're still kind of just bashing our way through pretty... reasonably comfortable using it. If I took this build all the way to endgame, I would definitely try to find some points to put into this normal teleport attack. Just because of the standability of it against the... Although, I don't know.
Hello, my dear. Come, Beast.
I talk nonsense.
Well then.
Alright, we're going to kill Beast by accident here. There's not much we can do to prevent that, because Master of Chaos will just kill him. If we don't get ledged by this guy and killed. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Alright. Enough out of you. You know what? I don't like fighting the ledges, so...
Sorry, my friends.
As you see, no penalty for letting Hank die, killing him.
Yes, yes.
I just feel like you get added star points if you don't kill him. But if you do, it's also cool in a different way. Because it's cool in a different way. It's kind of like, well, I kind of didn't even realize you were there and I stepped on you. So, you know, it wasn't personal. I'm just that OP. Things like that just happen. So that's a kind of different way of taking it. I want more points in Teleport Frenzy, damn you. Teleport Mastery would be nice too. Honestly, like... 17% are actually looking pretty enticing.
Sorry, my
When I was getting ready to start the stream, I was thinking about, you know, putting together a proper streaming schedule and like what games I could do. And my initial thought was to have something like, I don't know, like, you know, Retro Trash Tuesday, Retro Trash Thursday, and like, as things currently stand, I would be playing X-Men Legends 2 on that day, but, you know, the door is open that if I run out of content for this game, or if the content starts to run thin enough that I want to, like, space the gameplay of it out more, then I could introduce something else that's kind of, like, retro from this era. It's a good thing you can just teleport through here, because I made an absolute... I think I just broke my game. Like, straight up. No? But that gave me anxiety, I'm not joking. I slipped into the frickin' Ohio backrooms for a moment there. I was just gone.
Sorry, mein Freund.
Such a safe ability. But yeah, I would like to do... like, there are quite a lot of retro games, I think, that I could make interesting content for, but...
You should have run away. Sorry, mein Freund.
I'm very lost on this map tonight. Okay, I know where I am now. Back to the entrance. I understand the foolishness I've committed. I don't know what kind of noise that was supposed to be. Noise of a great alarm. It's an eyelash bug. That cracked me up so much the first time I started. Anyway, yeah, so thinking about a schedule, and I was thinking about Baldur's Gate, and I had this like really weird emotional revelation, I guess. It sounds so strange. That is like, I played the second game in that series before I played the first.
I wish I had.
And the first was like really bad once you'd played the second. Like just from like a choice, like to go back and play it if you didn't have the nostalgia attached to it, because it was like a much, like it technically used the same engine, but there were a lot of options in the second that didn't exist in the first. Like graphically, it was just like much more pleasant to look at. And alright, that's a big old mob. Just...
I wish I hadn't had to do that.
Alright, we'll go... I want to grab the waypoint before I go to either of the side route areas. Nice red, always see. And go to that side exit. Try to do as little backtracking as possible. But yeah, so I had this revelation that I'd never played the first game of Baldur's Gate, and I kind of never went back to it. I tried it once or twice, but you know the limited options and just the limitations of the actual game itself in comparison to the second made it so clunky. But I had this like jealousy of people who had played it before the second one, because the second one seemed just, you know, it was some weird like, you know, hyperfixation, ADD obsession, I don't know, but I was really deeply obsessed with that game. And but yes, was deeply obsessed with the game. And as I say, I had this like real jealousy for people who had kind of experienced the first game, and I always knew, or I was aware, because I was such a freaking nerd for the game. I was into like the modding scene and everything, and I was very much aware that people were trying to re-optimize the first game to essentially use the updated version of the engine, and so I knew it was possible, but it was never really particularly feasible or stable like when I was playing the game. And then, you know, eventually, you know, the game, I move on to some other obsession, and in the back of my head there's always this thought like, you know, one day I've got to come back and, you know, properly experience the whole game like in sequence. Wait, no, I did actually play through Baldur's Gate 1 once, but it was just a really like, it was a really fast playthrough, and there was a lot of like kind of metaing and, you know, not much actual. Okay. Yeah, not much exploration and so on. And I kind of knew a little bit too much about the game engine at that time anyway. Eventually I did get to like really experience the first game through the, you know, they had an updated version of it, and both of them were, you know, had all the same features finally, and it was stable and it worked and everything, and that was really cool. And actually, one of the reasons why I started this channel was to do like a full playthrough of that game. Just like a full playthrough, you know, no
I enjoy this too much.
you know, not trying to do it on super hard difficulty or any kind of challenge or speed run or anything. Like just playing through to experience it. And I never finished it. I think I was editing it, like spending way too long editing. So it would genuinely take me like many times. Hold on, let's just see what we have here.
Did you need help with anything?
Yeah, we definitely hold on to that. But yeah, I would love to do some Baldur's Gate content. I don't know. I know that people do like, you know, streams of like cozy gaming. And I feel like maybe there's space for that within the like RPG genre where it's just like, it's not a challenge run. It's maybe even on like the lowest difficulty. You're not doing anything meta. You're literally just like chilling and going through the game and exploring all the content. Go! Ah.
You should have run away.
Oi. Yeah. You. Yeah.
Forgive me for this.
Yeah, we might just have to ult this, just 'cause of the slowness of that ability with them resing each other. And that's just, you know, a flaw of speccing into this build. Arguably too early. Hold on. Did I really just go all the way down there and then waste my time? And then I have to come all the way back? Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, I really did.
You should have run away.
Ba-rum, ba-bum. And yeah, I'm trying to be so careful of that because, yeah, it's probably much safer to come and do it from that angle. Because, yeah, I can just picture my character somehow sliding over the edge. And yeah, I'm not gonna try to jump or teleport or anything. I am a weak, scared baby. It's fine. I can live with it. I don't think there's any reason to go back down the middle way, but I mean, we miss out on EXP. If I can get to level 40, we do get a pretty chunky power spike. Oh, elites.
You should have run away.
Yeah, they got insta-rezzed. Alright, who's playing silly buggers, rezzing stuff through walls? Come on. Garika.
Sorry, mein Freund. Sorry, mein Freund.
Extremes get a little bit scant, but I'm kind of leaning on Master Chaos a little bit as ad clear because we still only have 3 hits on the teleport frenzy and it's a little bit slow. But it yeah, extreme. Yeah. Cannot stop me. And this is where we died with our spitty build on Toad. Let us not repeat the same mistake. Let's just delete these grubs. With an ultimate, be gone.
I wish I hadn't had to do that.
Not that it was a mistake not ulting them as Toad. He didn't. We were using a challenge build, so we didn't have an offensive ultimate. Only a loot ability. And we did our best, but we just got run down and CC'd and killed. I don't need to worry about ambushes because I had my ult. And today is a very beautiful day because today we are going to finish our solo hardcore playthrough of X-Men Legends 2 as Nightcrawler. I foresee no further difficulties. We have no reason to die. Neither of the boss fights. Why am I saving? Neither of the boss fights are going to challenge us. I have actually not. Yeah, I still need to go do the canoptic jars, so. Release me. There we go. I think the first time I played through this game, I literally broke every single environmental. Like, I would, you know, I was playing with like the full Pokemon. Like, I would literally, I was like this. No, I refused. I had some ADD fixation, OCD thing. I don't know. I just couldn't bear to leave anything unbroken. But that mechanic, like, it was so hyped back then. Like, if Diablo 2 was your reference for action RPG, and then suddenly you play this.
Sometimes
Like, 4 characters at once, you know? All these, like, really kind of exotic abilities, like teleports and flight and... crazy stuff. Yeah, you should have something for me here. Not that I can really benefit from it at all. Let me up. I don't believe it. Oh!
Sometimes I enjoy this too much.
But yeah, we have like 50% dodge chance on melee attacks. If there are scary ranged enemies, we can either just delete them with Master Chaos, or you know, if there's more than we can stun with Teleport Frenzy, more than 3. But even then, if there's 4, you're stunning 3 of them. Like, the odds that you're going to get killed by the 4th alone, basically 0. You don't need to stress about it. Marca. Daddy.
Please forgive me for
I don't know, maybe I should do like Retro Trash Tuesday and Abandonware Wednesday. It would be kind of fun to just go to like an Abandonware directory and literally just like pick a random game. No guarantee it runs though, but just literally dice roll, random game.
I wish I hadn't had to do that.
Blue. Yeah, I guess actually that would be pretty good, because if I did Abandonware Wednesday, that's just a day for X-Men Legends. Whereas like Retro Trash Tuesday I could do something else, but I could also do X-Men Legends if I wanted to.
Sorry, my friends.
Gotta go, guys! They're tanky. The music in this one's pretty epic. I undersell it. At least once you get out of the initial temple, that area just has like very kind of Egypt-y. I know my singing is. So yeah, I don't know. I think Abandonware Wednesday, Retro Trash Tuesday. These are winners. Like Retro Trash Tuesday, I could play something like, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know why I pressed that button. I just
You should have run away.
got tired, I guess. No, I literally couldn't really call it fat fingering because you know I have to press 2 buttons to ult, whereas I press 1 button to use teleport mastery. This is a little bit dangerous. We should be fine. These guys don't do a lot of damage, and if I can just get like 1 frame of action, I can ult. Okay, I saw what was going on there. Damn. I need to be a little bit more respectful of these guys. Garika. Oh. And now what we can actually do is just portal back and take the thingy back.
You won't find better prices anywhere else.
And I don't think there's much. Oh, actually, hold on. I was gonna say I don't think there's much shot of getting to level 40 before we go kill the living monolith. But actually, hold on. If I just do this, 30 enemies, I'll get it.
New X-Men.
So, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Nightcrawler.
Ready or not, here we come.
You may now begin your course. Generating opponent.
Sometimes I enjoy this too much.
Generating opponent.
the auto-targeting on that ability can be
Generating opponent.
not all that.
Sometimes I enjoy this.
Generating opponent.
Gonna like this.
You should not.
Actually, might as well. Incredible.
Generating opponent. Nicely done. Generating opponent. Generating opponent. Congratulations. You have successfully completed the course.
And we got a rare item as well. Nice. Let's see what we got here. Legend hammer. Yeah. Ain't nothing. So the problem here is actually that no, there's no problem here. I don't know what I'm talking about. Still only 3 attacks, but I'm at peace with it. Let's go bonk the living monolith, and this will be a very, very easy fight, even though he is extremely tanky. But that's his main, you know, that's all he has, so he can maybe wear out your resources. He does. I mean, he does enough damage to keep you eating health potions, and it's range, and it's not the easiest thing to avoid. So, yeah, he just wears you down. But if you have enough damage, you kill him before you run out of resources. So, and you know, we were able to do that as Cyclops. There's not even any slightest chance that we can't do it as Kurt. I don't even know if he'll survive. You know, 3 full Master of Chaos spams. Especially after 4 now. Especially after we just upgraded our gear. And we just go to these platforms. Wait Okay, he is pretty freaking tanky, I'm not gonna lie. That's a whole ass Master of Chaos. We might as well. Maybe I can actually, yeah, just literally file another one. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for his iframes to come back, because I don't want him to come back in the middle of the ult. Are they just not gonna come back? They're just not gonna come back. Okay, that's cool. Because normally you have to go back to those platforms. And now it's comically easy. As I say, he is a trivial boss unless you have low damage. I mean, even frickin' energy overflow rogue was able to take him down. I think she ended up using, like, just spamming level 1 smash until he died.
Sorry, my
Out of here, shitty beetle. Dirty beetle, even. Remember the old dirty beetle? Give him the old dirty beetle they used to say back at the, there's a little pro shop attached to the driving range.
off day.
Told this story before, so I refuse to give additional context. I do want my full 5 extreme tokens for the final boss. If we can get them, we're probably gonna have to go back to town. We're gonna have to go back to town to do the qualifying exam either way. But yeah, we'll probably have to go loot the boss arena from the last act to get all our goodies.
You should have run away.
Yeah, dirty beetle. You should have run away. Turns out this was not the time to give him the old dirty beetle. Maybe all the urns in this room plus this weapons cache will fill me up on extremes. I hope so. The less maps I have to load, the better. When you're this close to the end, you begin to fear crashes. Especially when you're convinced that you're not going to lose the run to anything else, which I am very convinced. Like, that's just too good a boss killer, and the only thing we have left is the Apocalypse boss fight. However, I wasn't quite able to get my full suite of extreme tokens, so we must go back. We must. That's okay. As I said, we would have had to go back anyway because qualifying exam. We like qualifying exams, you know. We stand a qualifying exam in this house, as they say. Free skill points are not to be sneezed at.
Nightcrawler.
Ready or not, here we come.
The training course has loaded. You may commence.
And yeah, this guy is a nuisance primarily because I just want to go break these. You may have gotten that bread. You haven't destroyed the entire bread just yet. Yeah, you throw freaking barrels around me. I got Binnis. And Binnis is Binnis. Alright. Oh yeah, I paid. You really paid. And now, just in case, I fear instability. I am terrified because we do need to pop down here. Chung, if anyone's curious, this is basically the best power looting area in the game, best way to loot credits, blah 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 blah. Once you get to this act, you are all good on that front. Because you just come in here, you break all these, there's so many of them. If you do the full Austin, I guess, the complete troll up, as they say. And yeah. You can do it with someone like Iceman. He does it super fast. You just zoom around an ice sled, smashing them all, and bada bing, bada boom. Bob is your uncle. We just shimmy on back. And what do we get for our last skill point? Our last skill point for the final boss fight. We don't need Disappearing Act maxed. It's not even relevant at this point in the game. How about another point in Crit Strike? Another point on, you know what, Crit Strike. It's basically 20%. 20% looks nice because we get about 6 or 7% or something from our mastery. Not quite. It's going to be more like 4 or 5 at this point. You know, instead of just yapping about it, I could just actually see what the number is. It is 5%. Okay, so you know, 25% basically. It's not bad. Not bad. Quarter of our shots doing double damage. I can live with that. I will take double damage. Double damage is nice. And I don't want to waste an ult on Grubber when he is in his base Grubber form. Let's just teleport frenzy spam him down. And as you can see, teleport frenzy is still a very good boss killer. Like, if for some reason you not teleport, yeah, if for some reason you didn't have Master of Chaos as his ult, like this is still an amazingly good boss killer. About the only boss I wouldn't use this on would be like Sugar Man. Maybe he could potentially just kill you. On the split. Marka.
You should have run away.
Agari Gaga. I won't let your hand however. You can't do anything about it, be still. So we get the powers from the machine, so all this fight is just trivial. Though I would easily kill him faster with my own abilities at this point. However, I physically cannot access the area without this speed charge to break walls. Don't poke those things at me.
Don't use my...
Don't use her. Oh, Karikaka. I don't know why, but I love their voice lines. Bow, even the little bow when they die. Can I jump? Yes. I must eat balls. Give me balls. Pew, 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 pew. Get out of here. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And now it is just me and the big blue bungus himself. But of course, he's weak as a baby fart, so he will summon his filthy minions. Here they come. We want to get them all grouped together if we can. Yes. Come. Yes. Very good. Oh, God. No, that's enough. Alright, that's not what we want. Huh.
Forgive me for that.
Yeah, he resurrected in another one's way, but that doesn't matter. Like, see what I mean? This doesn't matter, does it? Oh, he got another res. Crazy. Alright, I left someone else alive. Alright, we're just gonna have to chunk him down the old-fashioned way. as you can see, this ability isn't exactly weak when it comes to dealing with bosses. The only ability I need to watch out for is that anvil type, I don't know what you call it, when his hands turn into like the little round smushy cylinder things. Not those. Them. And there we are, all done. It's good to see the end screen. I feel like I haven't seen it in a while.
Everyone is safe, and Apocalypse is defeated, Eric.
Yeah, it's actually stable. It's actually playing. That's crazy. But yeah, with that, that's Nightcrawler done. And I guess we'll try someone else next time. I do yap about how great Magneto is, so maybe we give him a try. He's actually very precarious in the early game as well, so could be a fun balance of like early game weakness, late game power.
They could be your undoing. Never, Eric. The world needs dreamers to give it a soul.
And it needs realists to keep it alive.
Professor, Magneto's a lost cause. Why waste time on him?
There were a dozen times Eric could have handed us over to Apocalypse in exchange for his child, but he didn't. And that proves there is hope for even the hardest of hearts.
I still don't quite understand how Apocalypse lost control of the power. The only way that could have happened is if the device had been tampered with.
Forget about it, Beast. Your machine wasn't perfect, that's all. It's not like someone would have sabotaged it.
Gotta set up the sequel. Sadly, there wasn't. I mean, there was Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Anyway, that's my Nightcrawler run through done. No need to save, because we shan't be coming back. Although I'll save just in case we do come back to do a hard playthrough. So the only problem is I will need to basically like go get the actual physical hardware file, like the files of my saves, and go put them somewhere else, because you can't actually make enough saves in this game to have one of each character. So, but that's, as I say, that easy workaround. Anyway, thanks to anyone who tuned in. Slightly shorter stream tonight. Not much I can do with that. Just isn't a lot of content in the stack. I'll be back tomorrow around the same time, continuing with the X-Men Legends content until I get my new PC and we can start looking at a more serious schedule with maybe some cycling content. But anyway, until then, take care.